Okay, hoping this is going to turn out. We installed our punch for 30 caliber. You set the press up into the bottom adjustments for the reloading press mode, as it's called. That's why the punch is down below the surface. This gives you the longest possible stroke on this press. You give up a little leverage, but you want that longer stroke. It's smoother and just works better with the drawing. As you can see, we've already got the cup. It's got some lube on it, snapped in place. What we do, let that down. You want to get that punch lined up. See how that slid right up in there? That's your alignment. And I just leave the handle sit on its own. Turn that down until you feel a little bit of resistance, and you know you're all the way up in that die. This alignment guide's all the way up in the die. It's also lined up inside the insert, and the cup is in place holding the insert. Everything's snug. Turn that lock ring down, and you should be pretty close to where you want to be. And then it's just a matter, excuse me, could have used a tad more lube, that's my fault, but you've drawn it up through. On that note, you just seen that stick on me as you made that draw. You're not only drawing the length out here, you're reducing the wall diameter, so there's a good bit of resistance. This wall, they're around 35 thousandths on them 40 caliber cups, and the wall's now down to about 25 thousandths on here, 24. It's not real critical at this step what we're getting it to. If you wanted to be able to draw that 40 caliber cup down into a 30 caliber jacket for, say, lightweight 30s or 32s, 100, 115 grain pistol bullets, we could make this punch set up so that the sidewalls on here were only 14 or 15 thousandths, which would draw that jacket would be 60-70% longer than it is right now. It'd take a little more resistance to get there. I can tell you from experience, you're going to want an intermediate step if you do that, but it would still work fine. And when you're lubing them, if you're familiar with bullet swedging, you know you hardly ever use lube. I mean, it's just thin coats. This is the exception to that rule. You want to put a lot of lubrication on the cups when you start, on the discs when you start cupping them, and I like to redistribute the lube as much as I can. You really want them lubed right up, or you see what happens as you start to make that draw. I hit a little bit of resistance right at the bottom of that pull, and then it snapped through there on me. But everybody makes a little mistake. Now, that's on there. You're not just going to grab hold of that and pull that loose. I can make you some really fancy gizmos that'll clamp on here, come in here, slide over, knock that jacket off, or you can go to the farm store and spend $4 at the checkout line on an El Cheapo set of these and just put that puppy right around that punch like that. It'll take that jacket right off there for you without any issues. And voila, 130 caliber jacket. And it's pretty dry. I really screwed up on that lube, my mistake. But as you can see, the mouth's still fairly even, but if you can look really close, I don't know if it'll show up on the video, you can just see the ears starting to form. There's a little bit of a dish to it. And it'll draw, just like we showed you in the next step, with that little bit of an ear that you need to trim off. But that is essentially all there is to the drawing process. Don't know if I'll get to it in the next day or two, but I will get you a video specifically on the pinch trim process, what the die is, how it works, and what the finished products look like. Thank you for watching.